Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'll be going over some analysis on what I'm looking for today shortly. All right, guys. So right now we're looking at NAS. Just gonna pull out to the higher time frame. Okay, so right now on the 4-hour, we can see that we had this rejection here, and it pulled down, started basically a downtrend at this point. So we're in essentially a downtrend right now. So we won't be looking for longs at this point unless we get a breakout here. However, we have to keep in mind that price did come down and test this 50% level on the Fibonacci. So there is possibility of it continuing up from here. So we just have to be aware of that. However, with NAS, a lot of times if you see the retracement come down this strong, there is a good chance for it to continue down to the 76 or even up to 100% retracement on that move. So right now we're just going to be keeping an eye on this. I'll go down to the lower time frame to see what's going on here. So this channel that we had earlier, I would consider this well, it's not invalid because we have price breaking back into it. So there's a good chance of it coming down to this level, and as you can see, we have this support area right here. So for a short, we could see something like this, but I wouldn't take that trade as it is because it's a very low risk to reward. But it is looking like a short setup at this point, so we'll go lower to see what's happening here. Okay, on the 15-minute, we've had these push downs, and we have sort of like a little rejection area here. I'm just going to put a temporary zone at this point. Try not to put too many lines on the chart. So I'll clean this up once I have a good picture of what's happening. Okay, so we're getting this rejection again. And then on the 5-minute. Okay, so there's the other. So yeah, on the 5-minute, it's looking like it wants to go up. But remember, overall, we're looking at sort of a bearish trend at this point. So we wouldn't be taking that just yet. And we have to remember that there is a Jay Powell speech coming out soon. I believe, let me see. Yeah, in about 7 minutes. So for NAS, I would say we sit back, just wait to see what happens after the speech, or during the speech rather, and then decide what to do. Because what happens sometimes, you get these big spikes up and down, just taking people out. And at that point, we want to sit back and just wait and wait for things to calm down, because at some point, maybe, well, most days, NAS will settle down around 10:15, 10:30. Anyway, between 10 and 10:30, I would say. And then that's when it's a good time to just jump in the move, kind of thing. So right now, we're not going to enter anything unless we want to take some risk on it, but I don't think it's worth it at this point, because we are seeing that downtrend, but then we also have the rejection on the basically a golden zone rejection, so it could go all the way back up to the to this high over here. So we just have to wait and see what happens. Looks like the chat isn't working on YouTube. Let me just give me a second. Let me figure this out. Okay, the chat is working now. Okay, so let's see what GJ is doing today. Yesterday we had this big rally, and then it pulled all the way back. So just for reference, I don't normally trade GJ, but I noticed in my in the Signal group there are people that do trade GJ, so I just do some analysis for them. So right now it's really pushing down. It's broken out of this uptrend. So I think, yeah, and this is a high that hasn't been reached in a very long time. I mean, let's go to the weekly chart, and then the last time price was around this area was, well, I guess 2015. Wow. That's a long time. So normally when you see this happening, we could get a good pullback on this area, like a rejection of that area. Right now, just looking at the weekly time frame, you could see that kind of rejection candle forming. We had some exhaustion moves here, and then we had this big push yesterday. So I would probably be looking to short GJ, but I would wait for some kind of pullback. Let's see. Okay, so it's testing this level here. So I would say wait for some kind of rejection on this zone. Wait for it to basically bounce to somewhere around here, probably. Let's just say this level, and then aim for here or even lower. So basically we're looking for a short of GJ, something like this. Okay, let's look at gold. So 3 minutes till Powell's speech. That means we could see some movement here on gold soon. I don't trade gold as much anymore. I used to trade a lot. I found that NAS and US30 just has more stable movement for kind of a high moving, high volume asset. Okay, so gold is testing this level. We've had a strong push down. Let's see. On the daily, we broke through this level. I think a lot of people will be looking for a move like this, some kind of rejection, and then maybe a continuation down. So just keep in mind, if you're trading gold today, that the big guys are going to be looking at this to see people kind of enter into this area. So what might happen instead is maybe something like this and a push down. Then, you know, we could come back here before you see a big move down. So just keep that in mind. Something like that could happen just for a liquidity grab before a move down. But it all depends on what the Powell speech, what Powell's going to say in his speech. So okay, so it is almost 9:30. I'm gonna switch over to my MT5. Go back to NAS. And like I said, with NAS, it could go either way at this point. We had that rejection on the golden zone. We had a golden zone rejection, came back up, tested the downtrend, and now it's basically flat. So if we get a strong breakout to the upside, it could also just be a liquidity grab, just coming up to this level here, just to get some liquidity before it goes down. So, but like I said, Jerry Powell's speeches usually bring a lot of volatility, so we just want to be careful what we do here. So I would recommend, if you're taking trades now, just try to maybe lower your risk. Okay, let's go back to the chart here and see what's happening. I try not to listen to what the speech actually is and the data that he's saying, because that will give you, what I notice, a bias to the market. But that's okay if you're doing like long-term swing trading, but for day trading, it's not as important as actual price movement, because we jump in wherever the money's going essentially. And sometimes for the short term, you'll get investors kind of swinging the market kind of opposite to what the news says. And that's how a lot of people get taken out. But if you're a long-term trader, whatever the speech, the details of the speech, it could have an impact on, it could have a longer-term impact. So people without stop losses and they're able to take big swings before their move, are the guys that might trade that. So Powell is currently speaking. We're gonna keep an eye on this here. So for those who've watched my videos, you know that I don't really, these indicators aren't really for the current like setup or what we're looking for. Those are just indicators I use in a scalping strategy that I do sometimes. So you can ignore those, especially at the open. Indicators are usually very unreliable during market open like this. For some reason, I prefer the MT5 charting than TradingView. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've used it for so long. Okay, so it looks like price is breaking up above the 38 level here. If we do get a breakout, it could be a strong breakout that travels quite a bit up there. Just need to make sure we're not trigger happy and just enter trades. The trade will set up, we will see it, we just got to be patient. So I know I do markups on the TradingView, and then I do the same kind of markup on MT5, but I find it's just useful. It kind of keeps me focused on structure and what's going on. It's just repetitive, which is important sometimes. Okay, so just looking at price on the 5 minutes here, that's a big swing. So there's volume and volatility right now. I would just sit back and wait a little bit, right? Because we have this structure, this downtrend, which is breaking at this point. But getting in here, let's say you wanted to get in when this candle comes back up, for example, because we've had a breakout. Where's the stop loss? It's going to be, you know, potentially like just a safer stop loss would be all the way down here. But then that's a huge stop loss. So you have to take a very small trade essentially. I try to get just high accuracy trades. So I'm just going to put this temporary level in place here. I just want to see what it does here, because this seems like something that could sort of correspond with the downtrend, right? Essentially two levels that we're looking at. You guys feel free to ask any questions or comment in the chat while we wait to see what's happening here. Okay, we're getting a big breakout of this area now. Whenever you're looking at a breakout of a trend, like we're seeing this trend line essentially breaking out, it's almost always good to just wait for the pullback. Because, for example, let's look at this setup here, right? We had a breakout, it pushed up, got rejected, we got the pullback, but that pullback did not result in a buy signal. It just went down. So situation like that, you wouldn't want to get in. But for people that did get in on that breakout, like, you'll see a very strong bullish candle here, so you could get in, and then let's say you got a big stop loss. This is a huge stop loss. You'd still get out, like it would still get taken out. Again, it happened here, right? Breakout, enter, stop loss hit. And now it's trying to break out again, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. Okay, so now we've had 2 touches of this most recent area here. So I'm just readjusting my resistance zone. So at price, I'm always looking for kind of the most recent areas of resistance and support. So what we want to see right now is kind of a pullback, a better pullback than this, maybe a close of a bearish candle, and then another candle, and then kind of a rejection of this trend line, for example. Okay, it doesn't look like that's gonna happen right now. Let's see what US30 is doing. Oh, so US30 is coming down to test this zone. It's a major support area. Okay, so from this push that we had, US30 is coming back and testing kind of that golden zone, and we've had a lot of movement on this level. So there's a good possibility of this pushing up, but I would wait for, we always have to wait for confirmation, right? Especially I like looking at 5-minute and 10-minute for confirmations. And then I will normally go down to the 1 minute to look for a clean entry. What's GJ doing? It is testing this area here. So there is a zone between here and yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a bigger zone than that, but that's kind of the level I would be looking at. My chart is glitching. US oil, not really doing much. It's kind of flat. Gold. Okay, so gold, we had that spike up. Okay, we had a spike up. It's rejecting down now. Yeah, it's a possible sell here. Yeah, gold is looking pretty weak right now, going down. Let's go back to, okay, so here on NAS, we're getting that rejection of that level with a huge wick. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens here. If we get a close back into the downtrend, we could be looking for that short. Okay, so it's closing back in. Let's see if we were to take a short somewhere here. Stop loss about this area. Stop loss is still more than I'm happy with. Okay, we're just gonna wait because we could get that rejection that I was talking about on this downtrend, and then we could get that push up, or we could get what's happening right now where it's really pushing down. So that wouldn't be a bad stop loss. That would be good right there. We need a close here though. So if I take this, I'm gonna reduce my risk a little bit. What's US30 doing? Still pushing down. So when we get a lot of wicks like this, I don't feel comfortable entering trades. Like I said, it's good to wait for that 10 o'clock to 10:30 window when things kind of stabilize. By then, people have an idea. For example, this speech, they kind of know what the general fundamental is going to be. And then you have bigger investors starting to put their money into the market, whether it's going to go up or down. And then that tends to stabilize things, because right now we just have these massive spikes. That's because a lot of people are staying out as well. So hi Peter. No entry yet. We're still watching. I'm a little concerned about the big wicks on NAS. Peter, what asset are you looking to trade? Hey Spud. A different account, I guess. Yeah, so you're looking for the NAS move here. Yeah, I used to game too, man, but no time these days. So I'm waiting to see some stability on price movement here for NAS. Right, like if you're just looking at this 5 minute, for example, we had this massive push, and then a massive push down. So this is the rejection I was looking for on this downtrend line. So if we look here, we had the breakout, we had a breakout, we had the breakout. So these are all like fake outs essentially. So right now I'm just waiting for kind of a confirmation of a move either way. So from my perspective, this is looking kind of bullish. But, you know, you got to look at those wicks, right? These two candles essentially cancel each other out. Right? We had this bearish candle and then an equivalent bullish candle essentially. So any entry, so for anyone with like low balance and you can't afford to lose much, I would say do not take an entry on NAS right now. You want stability in your move. Hi Rhonda, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so anybody with a low balance or really cannot afford to lose right now, do not take a trade at this right now. It's just bouncing around too much. For me though, I'm looking right now, I might be going long. Let's see, I want to see this candle's 5 minute close, because this is the rejection I was talking about on the trend line. Let's see, 15 minute is looking good. Okay, and it's almost 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna take a lower, like I'm reducing my risk for the entry, because I'm expecting wicks to still form, and then have a bigger stop loss. So let's say if the entry is here, my stop loss may be all the way down here, which is about 4,000 points. I just hope it doesn't get away too far before the 5 minute close. I just want to see a nice bullish candle here. Ooh, starting to go. Okay, just so that everybody knows, I'm waiting to push the button on a buy. Just want some more confirmation. if I do enter to buy, my stop loss is going to be around 14,872. And take profit. I'm gonna leave the take profit open for now. Might look for it 1 to 2 risk to reward. See, this is why we wait, right? Like I was saying, that 5-minute candle was looking so good, but then look at the pullback. It would be in a big drawdown at this point. It's good to be patient. The market loves impatience. Just got to always remember that when you're about to take a trade. Just wait for confirmations, like wait for closed candles, don't try to get in a candle that's still moving. Because right now, like before, it was looking like a bullish setup. Now it's looking like a bearish setup if this closes inside that downtrend with a strong bullish candle. Then essentially the bias needs to change to a bearish candle. Then essentially we need to start looking for a bearish move. And remember, we're essentially day trading, so in a way we're scalping. So you can't think like a swing trader. You have to be fluid in your analysis. So again, we got this rejection again on the trend line. We have a channel kind of forming here, like a wedge. I always like the 10-minute candle though. Like this is pretty clear that it wants to go bullish. Is US30. This is looking cleaner from a from possible entry perspective. Yeah, so NAS is just messing with us at this point. So I'm gonna keep watching. Sometimes if you go down too low, this becomes very like indecisive. You can't make a decision one way or the other. So just go up to the next time frame, and then things kind of get a bit more clear. Yeah, man, it's yesterday was choppy. Like I got taken out of the position I was in, the shorts, and then I saw it flip and stabilize later on for a long. So then I got in and managed to make some good returns. So at some point it will stabilize. Whether it's stabilized for today or tomorrow, we can never know. The market's gonna do what it's gonna do. Okay, guys. So right now, look at this. All right. Just want to wait a little bit more. Problem with sometimes when you're waiting on this candle, it can get away from you, and in that case, you'd kind of have to sit out. I'm gonna look at the US30 here. US30 does look more stable, guys. Okay, NAS is getting away from us. Okay, at this point I think we're at an escape velocity, so I'm gonna let's wait. Break this level. Okay, I'm calling it. I'm getting in here. But like I said, it's a lower risk trade. Gonna keep my TP open. Yeah, Rhonda, that's the safer thing to do, to wait for it to hold above the level, because we could get that pullback down to this level. So I'm just gonna, let's see our take profit level. Okay, so right now I have a 3-to-1 reward to risk. Oof, it's a big pullback. Let's see what's going on with US30. Okay, so if we get a stable breakout above the level of my entry, I am gonna start moving my stop loss up. Yeah, it's doing exactly what it was doing yesterday with all these wicks. I might, so right now it's a 3-to-1. I might make it a 2-to-1 just to give it some more space. Really don't like those wicks. So on the 1-minute chart here, I'm gonna try to look for another entry if I get kind of that sense that it's gonna go. So we had a good, well, I wouldn't call this a good close over the level, but given the fact that it's so volatile right now, that is an okay bullish close above the level. Did anyone else get in or have an open trade right now in any asset? Peter, did you take any trades yesterday after you, like after the live stream when we were chatting? $14,955. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, there's a zone here for sure. US30 is dropping. Gold, let's see what gold's doing. Gold is doing something similar to NAS. That's a good rule there, Peter. a good way of keeping you out of some shitty situations. Yeah, Rhonda, you're right. That's why I took this as a very, like, normally I would put bigger size on, but this was a sketchy trade, so I was hoping to run with the momentum there, but it didn't work out, so we'll see. This is as much as I'm willing to lose on this trade, so if it hits, it hits, and then just look for the next good trade. Rhonda, so you're waiting for it to hold at what level? Were you trading NAS yesterday as well, Rhonda? Yeah, so it's looking like it's coming down with some force. Explore places. Who's that? This lot, I know a lot of people see like a 10 lot, 25 lot, whatever, and they think it's a lot, but it depends on the account size and also the broker, because like a 10 would be a 1 with some brokers. And it depends on the risk. Like right now, it's a $500 loss for a $1,000 win. And I do funded accounts. I don't trade my own money. Yeah, Rhonda, you're right. NAS is just tempting sometimes. You know, you want to jump in on that move and hopefully you can ride it. I got burnt a lot in the past doing that too. So these days, if I do see something like that that's super tempting and I want to get in, I just reduce the risk. I'll drop my risk by half or whatever to get in on the move. And then if I do get confirmation, I might buy in more. Yeah, I tend to look at confirmations on 15, 10, and 5, but then I'll go down to the 1 minute just to look, because sometimes on the 5 minute or 15 minute, you'll see the confirmation, but then you get a bigger drawdown. So I go to the 1 minute and then look for a better confirmation. So like a little pullback maybe on the 1 minute, and then get in. Yeah, this was more of a momentum entry. I was expecting, since we had that rejection here, that would continue pushing hard, and then I would have an aggressive trailing stop. That was the plan anyway. US30 still trying to decide what to do. Okay, so we have a minute to close this 10-minute candle. Yeah, that's not looking too good. Unless we get a big spike here, I think it's just gonna hit the stop loss at this point. And there we got a gap down essentially. Yeah, this is why I always wait. Well, not always, but a lot of times I wait for that 10, between 10 and 10:30, when things start to stabilize, and then look for an entry. And then, but before that, I might scalp a little bit, but I don't post my scalps on my Telegram group, because by the time you post an entry, I might be too late. So I'll do it on the live stream. Rhonda, are you coming from the Telegram group or just YouTube? I have a feeling this thing is going to spike down, take me out, get rejected on that 38 level, and then go back up 38 or just below, like right here. This is a buying high situation right now. Yep, there we go. We're out. Okay, so now we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Okay, so it does look like it's starting to get back into that downtrend. So we're just gonna wait for a little bit, see what the 10-15 candle has to offer. Sorry guys, software just glitched a little bit. Uh, 61.8 level on the weekly. Okay, that's interesting. Like where are you starting your fib level? Okay, I see what you're saying. Hang on. No, not there. Here, let me share the group. You can join here. It's still pretty new. I'm actually very new to the YouTube streaming. But that's the group. Small group. Okay guys, look at that. So it spiked down, took me out of that level, and then starting to go back. So let's see what happens here. And that's the 10-15 candle that just closed. Well, that's good that I'm showing up on YouTube now, like YouTube search. And thank you everybody that's been tuning in. Been doing this for 2-3 weeks now. Been talking to myself for a few days. Alright, so there we go. We're getting that breakout again. Gotta wait this time though. There's a big zone. Sorry if some background noise are coming through, guys. One of my children is home. He hasn't started school yet, so he's very noisy. And we're going into summer break here, so I have 3 kids and they'll all be home, so it'll be a noisy stream for the next few months, I think. I need to actually let, I mean, if the live stream thing starts to get more views, I may have to set up an actual studio to record properly. So daily, yeah, it's pretty clean. It's that golden zone rejection. Okay, let's see. So we're going up now. If I were to get in here, no, that stop loss is too big. So this is what I was aiming for. Now let's just wait and see what happens there. 10-minute closes in 40 seconds. Yeah, Peter, that's it. But I had my stop loss where, you know, I was willing to have it for that trade based on the probabilities. So that was all I wanted to take for that. For this one, it looks like we have this kind of momentum going now, so I'm willing to take a little bit more risk. However, this level I'm a little worried about. But with this momentum, normally when we have this kind of setup, it does push strong and break those levels. Especially like Rhonda said, we had that rejection in the golden zone on the daily. So this might be an entry. Let's see. I want to wait on the 1 minute for a pullback, and then maybe an entry. But by then it might be too far. I don't know. But I like this 10-minute candle that we have here. Okay, US30 is trying to do the same thing. If we look on the hourly here, it's rejecting off the 61 and breaking above the 50. I may look to do this entry instead of the NAS. Let's see. It's a nice bullish candle here on 10-minute. 15-minute is still deciding what to do, so we're gonna just let that play out. So with the indicators, when I'm looking at these setups, I normally wait for the stochastic to come back down and then give us another like bullish cross. So Rhonda, are you waiting for this for it to basically break out of this zone? And Peter, what's your thesis on this? What are you waiting for? All right, this could be good. I want a better pullback than that, hopefully. Yeah, it's doing a lot of like kind of fake out moves, just consolidating. I'm wondering if this little zone here could end up being just a little consolidation area or something. One hour is looking pretty good. Daily looks pretty good too. Had almost kind of an engulfing, or at least a strong bullish candle yesterday, and it's looking like it wants to do the same today. Okay, I'm just watching the 1 minute now to look for an entry. Let's see if we can get something here. So if I do take an entry here, stop loss will be about 14,920. Which is pretty tight. Let's see. Could extend my stop loss a little bit more too. So, okay, here's that move. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna look for an entry here if we get this bullish close. It's right on that zone, so it's a risky move. I was hoping for a better bullish close there. Okay, I'm getting in. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna set at 2 to 1 at this point. Yeah, so the way the market's moving today, it's like almost impossible to put an accurate signal on the trading group. That's why I always recommend people just join the live stream instead. Did anybody take an entry? So my entry here is based on that momentum, and also we're at that 1030 candle. Which, in my opinion, around this time, it tends to choose a direction, and then we'll get some movement there, but it's not guaranteed that it'll hold that direction for the day. I've had days where I buy and then I sell and then I buy, just kind of riding the wave essentially. I've also had days when I buy and I lose and I sell and I lose and I buy and I lose, so. And those are the days when it's a little bit more choppy, like today. That's why I'm not using my full risk profile at this point. Once we get to around this level, which is about 40 pips or 4,000 points, I'm gonna probably start trailing. Maybe about 5,000. So Rhonda is in trade, 15141. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So Rhonda, your target is 15141. Let's see. Yeah, I could see that. And stop loss is 14885, 14855. Yeah, It's pretty good. Yeah, for me, if this price keeps moving aggressively up, I will actually increase my take profit. I'm very dynamic with my trading, which is a good and a bad thing sometimes. But I try to be very strict about the stop loss. Dynamic with my take profit, but stop loss is something else. Normally I would take 2 entries, and this would be my first TP, and then I'll have the second TP that's more of a dynamic one. Yeah, Rhonda, what was your entry? Yeah, what was your entry price for that? And Paul, if it keeps going up, there will be another opportunity to re-enter at some point. So I would keep watching like the 5-minute, 15-minute, just look for kind of a pullback, and then confirmation for a move up again. Yeah, it's at that 15,000 level. It is a psych level, but if you look at how price has moved here, it doesn't seem like it's significant from a pricing perspective. Price just seems to blow past that 15,000 level. I would say this level here, 15,080 or so, is could be a problem level for this move. So we could see price come here and get some rejection and pull back. That's probably where you could get an entry. So I know this is not how Fibonacci tool is used, but sometimes I use it to just see kind of where price has moved. For example, let's see. Let me just bring it closer so I can move it. So I look at these different levels here, right? Price did kind of bounce around there. So it gives a good idea of where some other levels could be. Right. Okay, so I might push my TP a bit higher at this point. And I'm gonna put my trailing stop in. Rhonda, what level, what price did you get in at? Okay, so my trailing stop has kicked in. Still pretty close though. I'm not sure I want to... Oh. I might extend the trailing stop a little bit more. I don't like it how close it is right now. So it is testing this 23 level, 23% level right now. We just need a good clean break of that level. Okay, it's pushing pretty hard now. Let's hope that keeps up. One issue with my trading is that I usually have a tight trailing stop as well. So a lot of times, especially with NAS, it bounces around so much that I'll get taken out. Rhonda, do you trail your stop? Peter, when you enter these trades too, do you trail? Yeah. I just try to get into break even as soon as I can. Like for this trade, I would have loved to get in after this 10-minute candle right here, but it was just this level that I was worried about. If that was the case, then this would have been a much better trade because, well, obviously, but just in terms of trailing and breaking even and stuff, like it would have been a more confident break even. Because right now I'm not very confident with this break even setup. But I also always look at it as if it does come back and hit that stop loss at break even, it may give us a better opportunity for a better entry as well. If it does continue to go up. So. One entry strategy I have as well, sometimes I'll average up. So for example, if we do get kind of a bullish signal here, I may look for another entry with a bigger lot size, then move my stop loss up a little bit to kind of average out the to just sort of break even. Peter, do you trade US30 at all? Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on with the other pairs here. GJ. Anyone on the stream that needs analysis done for any other pair, let me know. Just waiting on NAS to play out here, so. GJ is looking promising here. We have a rejection on this level here. GJ always has so many wicks. I don't know why people trade this, to be honest. Maybe in a higher time frame. Yeah, higher time frame looks better. Right now we're getting a bounce on this level. So if we get some kind of bullish confirmation, there's a possibility of buying this. Let's see, gold. Gold is kind of flat at the moment. Gold is looking short, but lots of little rejections here. So you would need a strong break of this level, I would say, before going short. And that was a crazy kind of like fake out situation there. So you'd need a break above this level to go long. US oil is pumping. All right, looks like we're getting a big pullback here. It's gonna take us out. Does seem like a legit pullback. If it does come down to SL, then I'll take it. I'll let it hit the SL. Probably just gonna be one of those days where it's just bouncing around. If the SL gets hit at this point, I'll be done for now, and then I'll come back later and look for a new entry. Alternatively, this could just be a pullback. Right, so it could be coming for this 50 level or 61 and then going back up. So could be an opportunity here for US30 entry. So wait for a 5-minute close and see what happens here. From a scalping perspective, could be another buy into NAS as well. Looks like gold is also trying to push up. For gold, I'd wait till we get the cross above this level. Yeah, US30 still choppy. I would wait for better confirmation here. Yeah, so it's around 11:30 almost. So between now and 1 o'clock, I normally see things flatten out. So I wouldn't really take another, like, enter a new trade right now. Like I said, if I get taken out of this, I may be done for this session. Come back later. Yeah, I think we might be looking at a golden zone retracement here. Let's just see what happens to this 5-minute candle. If we do get a break back above 23 level here, could signal another entry. But this is some very bearish momentum right now, so that seems unlikely at this moment. Okay, so we got taken out of that. Yeah, so price is pushing lower now. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what else plays out. I think for now I will end the live stream, and then I'll come back later and probably post a couple trades in the Telegram group. So anybody that hasn't joined Telegram group, please check the bio for this channel. It'll be in there. Actually, it's in the description of the video as well. It's free to join, and I go live most days, and I send signals there as well. Yeah, so thanks everybody for joining. Please like and subscribe so I can keep growing this channel. Thank you.